distance to be here is because we're here to defend an innocent man. And since we stand in front of the Department of Justice, it seems appropriate that we talk about the fact that a very well-respected court stenographer stated for the record that the judge who sat on Mumia's trial said, "I'm going to help them fry the nigger." That's true. That's a fact. Look it up.
Excuse me.
I'm not making it up. That's on the record. Look it up. I'm going to help them fry the nigger. That's not a lie. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Now we're talking about people like who are asking for who are demanding a civil rights investigation. That's not just us. We're talking about Julian Bond, head of NAACP. We're talking about Charles Rangel, that name's familiar, right? We're talking about Cynthia McKinney, former congressperson. We're talking about a lot of people. We're talking about, do you know 22 people, 22 members of the British Parliament wrote amicus brief on Mumia's behalf? Did you know that? Did you know that former Prime Minister of France, you know they named a street after Mumia Abu Jamal in France. They made him an honorary citizen. He was the first honorary citizen of Paris. This is real stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And I got one clear point. Mumia Abu Jamal is not dying. We are not going to let him die in this prison system. Mumia Abu Jamal in the United States of America is what Nelson Mandela was in South Africa. To make that clear. And it's never going away. And let me make one more thing. It's freedom fighters like Mumia Abu Jamal who made it possible for someone like Eric Holder to hold the position he has. And for Barack Obama to hold the position they have. Those people who struggled for the rights of black Americans in this country that made such a thing possible. And so we're going to hold Eric Holder accountable. Black man who's Attorney General, if you're going to have that position, you better investigate Mumia's case, because Mumia's case is fraught with injustices from the beginning to the end. And so we're saying we're not leaving until Mumia's released. We'll be here. We'll come back. I guarantee we'll be back. I guarantee it. We'll be in Philadelphia, we'll be in New York City, we'll be in Washington D.C. We'll go anywhere to make sure people know that Mumia's not getting executed. Not while we're here, while we still got breath in our lungs.
People have obviously invested in you if they've set you down here, because they think that you might be capable of listening to things and seeing how your patience wears thin. It's a nice suit. I don't know about those shoes though, but what I'm saying is that in the future, there's going to be a lot of people that come to you with these sort of petitions, and they're going to come to you privately, and they're going to come to you publicly. I want to explain to you all the reason why we came here publicly. It's because we approached you quietly, we approached you with some sort of candor, and we were responded with a door slammed in our face. And so we are here to represent what the American way is. The privilege and the right to live here and to protest and to petition our government face to face. You know what I mean? It's not a government, it's just people who rule over other people. Once you get past that point and understand that reality, then the rest of the world seems to open up. And I really hope that in the future, when you hold a position of power, as people have invested in you, you understand that these are not just random faces here. These are not just stories in a book. These are really people's lives. And I would ask you respectfully and politely, when you go back in there, when you have some time alone, maybe on a random Sunday, to actually look up the facts of the case, the ballistics evidence, the witnesses that have been tampered with, the injustice from the district attorney's office and the judge. It'll take literally 2 hours out of your life, and then you'll finally understand why your boss sent you down here to deal with all these people, because he wasn't man enough to do so, or because he's being pressured by Washington to not have direct contact with someone that they consider so far left, because he's constantly trying to appease the right. On the other hand, George Bush wasn't like that. He did nice things for his people, like putting competent people in charge of things they shouldn't be in charge of. An Arabian horse racer in charge of people. But you got Eric Holder, who's a capable and intelligent man. And when you report to him later, report that there were people who gave their honest to God feelings, their sincere hopes and dreams, that actually justice will be brought to Mumia Abu Jamal. And that all begins with just a brief moment of understanding on your part. Thank you, have a good day, and God bless.
Well done.
With Eric Holder and President Obama. Mumia has been unjustly convicted of a crime he did not commit. And we are here to say And everybody who looks like me, look at me, young man. 1619, when they brought the first slave here, this is what Mumia Abu Jamal represents. The injustices done to us since 1619 through Jim Crow and through the unjust convictions and killings and the unjust wars that are taking place today. So, Mr. Obama, you have had time. People have given you time to clean up your act. Students voted for you. Minorities voted for you. People around the world look to you for justice. So your trial begins today. And we will watch every move that you make regarding Mumia Abu Jamal, because this represents the moves you will make regarding all of us and the rest of the world. Do it right, Mr. Obama. Do it right, because we are here to tell you we're not going to allow you to do it wrong in peace. Thank you.
And in all kinds of pastimes throughout the American South. You know, baseball and lynching were the pastimes until a civil rights movement took center stage in the world's attention and compelled the Justice Department to do what we're demanding that this Justice Department do now. That's to intervene in processes that allow lynchings to take place.
All right. Legal lynchings.
Allow lynchings to take place and to do what's necessary by the force of law and the force of the people to make them stop. What is happening to Mumia Abu Jamal is nothing short of a legal lynching. A man targeted in the up-south city of Philadelphia, led at the time by one of the most racially polarizing figures of the time, the late Frank Risso. Frank Risso was known as the bull Connor of the North. And Frank Risso and the law enforcement established in Philadelphia made sure that that man would be singled out, that man would be selectively prosecuted, and that man would be made the example of that they wanted to make him. And here we are now, in 2010, some 32, almost 32 years later, and that man is still in the throes of the custody of authority, and still faces the possibility of being killed for standing up for the kind of things that made this Justice Department do what the Justice Department was important to have done at a critical time in its entire country's history. We say that now's the time. This is your time. This is my time. This is administration's time. This is generation's time.
It's Mumia's time.
This is time. It's time to finally clean the filth of this wrongful targeting of this man. This good man, this innocent man. Who, if he were white, let's make it plain. If he were white, it would be an uproar all over this country. This place would be surrounded by Americans. It would be all over the news, but because he's black, and he's representing a tradition that makes a whole lot of people feel uncomfortable to this day, something else is happening instead. We implore this Justice Department, by the legions, by the million that we represent all around the world, by the petitions that we deliver here. And this is not our second time. We've been coming back here since 1996. The time has come. The time has come. Stop the lynching! 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 You just have to put it in that real raw context.